Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RPLeaym podcast. That's the name I'm going with because I am conceited as fuck. I'm here with Lay. She is, I did it. Yay.
Yay! Woo!
She is also a writer. We're both writers, and we're here to talk about our problems,
Relatable.
book problems. I think we'll try to keep it that way. And
Probably.
aliens.
Oh, yes.
Are they real?
Well, are you asking me a question or are you just setting up the question?
No, that was the question. Go ahead.
Okay, well, as much as I wrote all those questions about aliens in the Google Docs that we have for, start off points, I didn't actually think about this question. I was thinking about more questions, so I'm kind of winging it right now.
I mean, it's a simple question.
Okay, no, it's not that simple because I feel like there is more. Like, I definitely believe in, the universe is huge. There's no way there isn't, some other planet in some other galaxy or whatever. Like, I don't know, I'm not fucking NASA, but...
I'm not fucking NASA. Lay 2018. 2019.
This little Ariana Grande shout out there. There's so much that we don't know, so I can't unrule or rule out anything. But I don't think it's necessarily the crazy sci-fi version of aliens.
What, you don't think there's a humanoid guy running around in a box saving people?
Well, I mean, I can't, rule it out because I've never personally seen it, so I can't say it doesn't exist, but I highly doubt it. It'd be awesome, though. It'd be really cool.
I can honestly say, I believe aliens do exist.
What kind of aliens are you talking about?
That's where it gets a little...
See, it's not that simple.
Yeah. I believe they exist. I just don't... I don't know if they're like little green men. I think that... Damn. Where was I? Oh yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think they're humans, clearly. I think they're either bacteria or they're I don't know. I can't answer that question.
You know what I think? Have you seen Phineas and Ferb?
I have.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
I hope not.
There's an episode, I think, in the first season where Candace, the sister, becomes the Queen of Mars, and every time I think of aliens, the only image that pops up in my head are those little green guys, and it's the stupidest thing ever. But weirdly enough, this is kind of different topic, but I believe that a version of mermaids exists way more than I think about aliens, which is crazy.
So,
but it's the same premise. There's a lot that's not discovered, so who knows what it's down there.
I think you're right to an extent, but couldn't mermaids technically be classified as aliens though?
Yes, not space aliens, but I guess because it's because it's unknown, but it's it would be on our planet.
Are you saying our president hates mermaids?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Don't show him Aquaman.
I still haven't seen Aquaman.
Oh nah. Podcast canceled.
Ah, no.
Stream over.
I was in Disney working when it came out. So number one, I was busy, and number two, I'm surrounded by Marvel. So I couldn't do that to my boys.
Oh no.
It's if I did that, I would be an outcast. But my family said it was really good. They said that they saw it 3 times, but I just never got around to it.
Damn, they saw it more than I did. I only watched it once.
Yeah, they're big nerds. My mother, she turns 52 tomorrow. This 52-year-old woman who is the most southern lady you'd ever imagine is also one of the biggest superhero movie fans ever. It's a weird combination.
I mean, that's fair, because that's goals. That's what I'm striving for.
To be the biggest superhero fan ever?
No, to be the biggest superhero ever.
Oh, the biggest superhero ever.
Yeah.
Well, get a movie made about you and she'll go see it 3 times.
Yep. All right.
We got totally off topic. I am so sorry. I will do that a lot. I tend to just keep talking. This was probably a bad idea. You're going to regret it.
No, let's do it. There's no such thing as a bad idea.
Just bad executions.
True? Yep. You're right.
Where are the little alien guys on your stream?
I got rid of him because he looked weird. He looked like he didn't fit.
Oh.
I'll do you one better. Hold on.
Would Shrek be considered an alien?
No, I think he's considered a mythical creature.
But if like ogres were real, would they be considered? So when we say alien, my mind just goes to like space.
Yeah, that's what I think of too. People not from this planet.
Well, there goes another segue into one of the other questions. How much do fantasy and sci-fi like cross? Because personally, I think sci-fi is like under the umbrella of fantasy, but it's become like such a big thing that it's like almost its own. That makes any sense.
I think that it crosses too much with everything else. So I think that, like, yeah, most movies have one base, like, oh, it's an action, or it's a romance, or it's sci-fi. But nowadays, there's too much crossing over that you can't really do categories anymore, if that makes sense.
No, that does make sense. Hold on, I'm just reading what I wrote earlier. I don't remember. Okay, yeah, because that's what I said. I was like, there's so much media now that it's hard not to. So, like, what do you think are some of the best combinations?
I think... What are...
Don't use the examples I wrote.
Wait, what did you write so I know not to use it?
I wrote,
Hold on, don't say it.
Well, like the movie examples. Like, you can use the genre examples, but I wrote, like, Alien for sci-fi and horror. I wrote Attack the Block for sci-fi and comedy, which has John Boyega in it. And it's freaking hilarious. It was like his first film, and it's really funny. It's like, oh god, it's kind of like Kingsman, if you've ever seen Kingsman style comedy, but it's like
Kingsman.
Sci-fi plus horror. I freaking love Kingsman. Have you read the comics?
No.
They're
you nerd.
Something else. Listen, my best friend in high school was absolutely obsessed with them, and she left the comics at my house, and then I moved, and I never got them back to her, so now they're mine, like, and I've read them a lot of times. I do. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna take a look, and they're so good. And then Pacific Rim, which I think was a really, really good movie, even though... Well, okay, I might just think it's a good movie because that's literally all my brother watched for a good year. But I thought it was really good. And I have not seen the second one, also with John Boyega.
Sleeping on John Boyega?
I
Disrespectful.
Love him. I love him. I saw that last tweet that he made where he was like, it's been such a good opportunity because he just wrapped on filming for the last Star Wars movie. And then I guess I realized that he's not going to be anymore, because that's what it sounded like.
What?
And that's what made me really scared. He was it's been the opportunity of a lifetime, these 3 films have been amazing, blah, blah, blah. And then all the replies were just like, John, we thank you so much, you've been amazing, like, it was great, can't wait to see what else you do. And
can't wait
I was like, what? Excuse me?
Can't wait to see old Boyega get a lightsaber shoved through him.
Just stop! Don't say that. I'm gonna start crying. I do have a good feeling he's gonna die. He's gonna be like a sacrificial lamb or something. But I don't want it to happen. I think he's gonna have to die in order for Rey to have like some moment, and I just don't think that should happen. But
Rey's gonna chop his head off and then turn to the dark side.
Don't say that.
It's true.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Watch, it's gonna happen, and you're gonna be mad, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck, he was right."
No, because she had in The Last Jedi, she kind of had her little fling with the dark side with Kylo Ren. She had like a moment, but she came her fling with the dark side. You know, it was just like it was a one and done little Tinder hookup, and then she moved on. You know. He texted her back over and over again, and she just ignored it, blocked his number. She moved on. She went good. So,
fair enough.
I don't think she's gonna go back. She better not, or I'm gonna be really sad.
Maybe a girl, no. What are you doing?
It's like, girl, come on. We don't text him back. Why can't you learn the rules? Like, get over it.
Our wallpaper is almost the same color, so it looks like we're in the same room.
Just like turns the camera and we're just sitting next to each other like, surprise! Psych, everybody.
Psych!
Psychbot.
Psychbot.
What did you say you were gonna put this on? You're gonna put it on
YouTube. I'm gonna try Apple Podcast. And what else did I say? Oh yeah, Twitch, but it's already on Twitch, so I think that's it. Oh, maybe Spotify?
Can you put podcasts on Spotify? I don't know Spotify had podcasts.
I guess you can.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I just didn't know. I don't use Spotify that often.
I don't either. I got rid of it.
I use YouTube for pretty much everything. That's like the only subscription thing I pay for. YouTube Red, because I literally use it for everything. I use it for music. I use it
I thought about doing
for
that.
videos. And then I don't know. It's just, and then I like rent movies on there too. If I really, really, really want to watch something, and don't try to get like a bug on my computer from searching it up for free. Which just happened. It happened to my old computer, and it like spazzed out. And I was like 13 at the time, and I'm pretty sure my dad was just like 100% sure I was like looking for porn or something. I was like, no, I really just wanted to watch. I don't even remember what it was. I was just.
Bet it was a musical.
No, it's worse. It was the Percy Jackson movie. It was the Percy Jackson movie, and I really, really.
And then you were disappointed.
I was disappointed. Of course, I was disappointed, but I also got a bug on my computer and just spazzed out. And then I had to like tell my dad, like, my computer's not working. He's like, did you like look anything up? Blah blah blah. I was like, yeah. He's like, what were you looking up? I was like, the Lightning Thief movie. I promise. And then we had to go get it fixed. It was not worth it. It was not worth it for the bug.
Hold on, I forgot to set a timer, so I don't know how long we've been recording.
Oh shit.
So we're just gonna go until we get bored, and then.
That's fine. I told you I literally talk forever. Oh, that's a different game. Hey.
When did you? What?
What?
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say St. Louis, which is another game going on that just started. The Blues just got a goal, so I have my two teams winning tonight. Florida and St. Louis. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. Probably something about the podcast being 4 hours long.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry for your editor, aka you.
AKA future me. Fuck that guy.
Rob, if you're listening, I apologize deeply. Also, please cut out any swearing I might do.
That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna
and
tarnish.
That's why I'm using a fake name.
I'm gonna tarnish your internet reputation.
My non-existent internet reputation. But yeah, I'll build my internet reputation off of this, of me being a complete and utter nerd. There's worse things. Oh, that's a pretty space picture. Very fitting.
Thanks.
I just saw that.
You just saw it? It's been there for like half an hour.
I told you I can't multitask or pay attention to things. I just have a stream of consciousness that I just keep talking and talking and talking. And I'm like, if you've ever seen The Marvelous Miss Maisel, I'm like that, but I'm not witty. So I don't have the jokes. I just have the word vomit.
The word vomit.
Yeah. What was the next question?
Hold on, let me look really quick.
They're not even questions. They're just like
Alright, so
bullet points.
going back to sci-fi shows, what are the different perspectives between Doctor Who and the 100? So what do you like about them?
You go first. I've been talking.
You want me to go? Oh,
Talk about
man.
Doctor Who.
Alright, so one of my favorite things that I love about Doctor Who is that after I said dude, I looked at your webcam, it looked like you were giving me shit.
Well, I was thinking, like, isn't she a girl now? But
List.
it's fine. It's fine.
The Doctor.
Whatever. There you go. The Doctor.
I love that the Doctor just does whatever, and then he just does what's right. Hey, you shut up.
I just noticed those are birds.
There's only one in there, so calm down.
Oh, I can't see very well.
This is just a toy. This.
Okay.
That's the bird right there.
Aww. Does it chirp a lot? Does it get annoying when you're trying to sleep?
Nah, just when I'm trying to stream, that's when he likes to make noise, and it's annoying.
What's his name? The Doctor?
Oliver.
Oliver.
AKA Oliver Queen.
Okay, well that's not any better, but okay. All right, Mr. Arrow.
Hey, it's fine. Okay.
See, I used to be into Arrow until like the 3rd season, and then I just couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Just so much was happening.
The 3rd season was complete garbage.
Same with the 100, but the Doctor with that wonderful woman.
Wait, which one?
I don't know. Whatever you were talking about, the Doctor. Why do you like Doctor Who?
Oh, I like Doctor Who because he defies all odds, and they don't take shit from him.
Woo!
But yeah, that's why I like Doctor Who. Also, it's about time travel. Like, how do you not? All right, never mind. I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Because I did watch a time travel show that I did not like.
What was it?
I don't know, whatever the thing was called that you recommended.
No, Timeless? What are you fucking talking about?
I don't think it was Timeless. I don't think that was what it was called.
I don't know. I recommend so many different shows, just like so many different people. I don't even know what I watch anymore. But it better not be Timeless, because that was so good.
I don't think it was this one.
What? Describe it a little bit, besides just time travel.
Time travel? No. It was like, I don't remember. This lady went back in time. She was in like the Viking era or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
Wait. Oh, Outlander.
That one, yeah, that's it.
Such a good show. No.
I couldn't get into it.
It's amazing. Well, okay, it's more historical romance than sci-fi, even though it does have
They're
sci-fi.
like, let's let time travel in this so guys think they'll like it, but just make it all about romance.
Okay, listen, I'm not interested in it for the romance part. The romance part does help the plot go along, but I think the history part is the most interesting, which is why I like Timeless so much, because it is all about history. And it's just, that whole era is really interesting to me. So, for not liking it, but
Someone
fine.
clip that, please.
To each their own. Everyone has their own opinions. But if that's why you didn't like Outlander, you might like Timeless more because it's more about like the missions and everything.
Also, that's complete horseshit coming from me because like the whole thing about Matt Smith was it was literally a love story, like the 11th Doctor, and I really enjoyed that.
See, that's when I got into Doctor Who, was Matt Smith. That's the only reason I started watching it. I didn't even see whoever was before him. I didn't see David Tennant, and I didn't see God, the one with like the leather jacket with the really short hair. I don't know his name, but the one with Rose before David Tennant.
What was his name? I know he was 9, but what was his name? I can never remember.
Isn't that? I know that's when like the new Doctor Who. Whoa, Peter fell asleep. The new Doctor Who started.
Yeah.
But I didn't start watching it until Matt Smith. Like, I remember. I don't even know why I started watching it, but I remember like all the girls in my neighborhood that I was friends with, we all went to my basement to watch that first episode of Matt Smith as the Doctor, and we were just absolutely in love. And this was when it first came out, so I guess I was a freshman. I was in 9th grade.
Like, how can you not like this fucking face? Like, whoa, that's a little pixelated. Like, look at this man's face.
See, after watching Matt Smith, I wanted to go back and watch the other ones, and I tried it. I just, like, once I watched Matt Smith, I couldn't watch anyone else but the Doctor, which is why when he left, I just stopped watching.
Yeah. You're like, fuck it. He had a pretty long run, though, to be fair.
Matt Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He had, like, 5 or 6 seasons, I think.
I don't even know if I even watched all of his seasons. I don't think I watched the last one.
Oh, no.
I don't think...
You gotta go back and watch it. That was, like, the best one.
No, I stopped watching after Amy left. I watched a couple of episodes with Jenna Coleman, but after that, I just didn't really get into it.
Wow, the disrespect on Clara.
Disrespect. It was just... See, I liked the premise of Doctor Who. I liked the ability to have so many different stories in so many different characters and blah, blah, blah. But I got so attached to those characters that when it ended, I was like, no, I can't do it. And the same thing goes for like a lot of different shows I watch when they like change out characters or with one character leaves. Like, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine so much. But the fact that Gina is not in it anymore bothers me way more than it should. And like, it's just hard to get used to, and then I just lose interest and I move on to a different show.
I'll fill in for Gina.
Yeah, you just show up instead and you're like,
you just sit in a chair and just yeah. Sure
she
thing,
had
boss.
Great delivery though. She had some of the funniest lines.
She had the best delivery.
I was watching her she was a host at the Writers Guild Award like a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. Okay, for a minute I thought your microphone was a huge bong, and I was really
yeah. Hold on, just let me hit this really quick.
My man.
I was like,
you think I was just like? Podcast?
Well, I told you I don't have my glasses on right now, so everything is just like. Wait, what? I have to take a look at everything. What was I saying? I don't know. Let's move on.
What makes a good sci-fi show?
I think really strong character performances, obviously.
Well, that's any TV show.
Not necessarily.
Like, you can't have shitty characters and then just be like, A+, best TV show. Unless that's what you're shooting for. Like
exactly. Unless it's like really, I'm trying to think of examples, but I'm drawing a blank.
Like anything reality based?
Yes, Blue scored again. Yeah, sorry.
That one's going on Twitter.
I was completely distracted. Okay, what makes a good sci-fi show? I think there's a lot of shows that have really good premises, but they don't know how to use them right. Like,
yeah. Like
there was this one show that I think, let me look it up, that only had like one season run, and I think Leighton Meester was on it.
Liam Neeson?
No, not Liam Neeson. No, not Aslan.
I think immersion is where it should start. If you don't have immersion, it's game over.
If you don't want to be a part of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I'm watching a TV show and I'm just like, if I'm not immersed in a TV show, I'm just not gonna fucking watch it.
No, I totally agree. Which is why, like, you know, it can lose your interest after a certain amount of time. Like Arrow, for example, has a great premise, and you feel like you could be part of the story. Like you could feel like you could be in what is the city called? I cannot remember. Doesn't matter. You feel like you could be in that city, and
it's King's Landing, right?
Yeah, totally. Perfect.
King's Landing. Yep.
Well, that's a good example. Like, there's world building, you know? So I feel like if you're going to set a show in reality, you have to really want to be a part of that world. But if you're going to set a show, like, in sci-fi, where it's a whole different world and you have to, like, build it up,
yeah,
you have to make it something people want to be part of, which is why, for the 100, as I segue into my favorite show, which for anybody who has never watched it, Rob,
wrong. I seen the first season all the way through.
And you stopped?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what was your thoughts on the first season?
Thought Bellamy was a dick.
Okay, hold on.
You're like, hold on.
No, wait. All I heard was dick. I think my Wi-Fi stopped for a minute, so start over, and I really want to know who you called dick.
Bellamy.
He is my favorite.
I know, that's why I took shots at him.
You see all my tweets about him, is that why?
I'm like, oh, something about the 100. Scrolls up a little bit. Oh, yep. That's Lay.
Okay, he has such a interesting character development, because I was rewatching for like the 5th time this show the other night, and I like blew through the whole first season, which I haven't seen in a while, and I was thinking how different Bellamy in season 1 is from Bellamy in season 5. Not only has he grown a beard in that time.
Perfect character arc. He grew a beard.
No, because, well,
you're like, yes.
Yes, but do you care if I spoil something?
I don't care.
No? Okay. So at the end of season, anybody who's watching this, like the 2 people who might be in the future, there is a huge, there's going to be spoilers. At the end of season 4, basically the world is burning in radioactive fire for the 2nd time. And
I say, didn't that already happen?
Yes, but, you know. So season 4 is all about them trying to find a way to escape this radioactive fire that's going to happen in like 30 days or something. So some people find a bunker that's going to save them underground, and some people go there. And then the rest of our group are 5 little like main stars. They try to go back up to space to save themselves, and they do it. But Clark is left behind, but she survives. Our main character becomes main character because she has like the special blood thing or whatever.
Nah, she's got that writer's armor.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That plot armor.
That plot armor. We got to keep her around, so she's gonna survive no matter what. But the rest of the team go up into space, so they're in space for 6 years, and they're supposed to come back down after 5 because that's when Earth is going to be safe again. But they don't come back down until 6. So the beginning of season 5 is all them coming back down. So Bellamy looks a lot different because he's been gone for 6 years. So that's why he has a beard. And it bothers me that this is not at all about what I was saying before, but I'm just thinking about this now. I'm so sorry. I'm going off on a tangent. I fucking hate that idea. I was losing my mind when I was watching it live because I was like, oh my God, they're going into space. That's amazing, blah, blah, blah. But then we have this huge time jump, which is good on one hand because it makes all the ages of the characters closer to the ages of the actors actually portraying them. And it like propels the plot a lot more. But on the other hand, we lose so much character building within 6 years. We like don't know who these people are anymore, and it really bothers me. So that's one thing I don't like about the 100. But the rest is really interesting because while it is this desolate planet that's totally changed while people have been in space and there's you know, the grounders and everything, like there's so much more. I still would love to be a part of it because I love the characters and I love the idea of it. I wouldn't want to get speared in the chest, but I want to be a part of that world because they do it right.
No. You don't get one or the other. You get both.
You got to be a part of the world and get speared in the chest?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what? It's fine as long as I
Really,
get to
it's
be
fine.
Bellamy.
Oh no, you have to stay away from Bellamy.
Okay, then I don't want to be a part
You're
of it.
like,
I'll watch. No, I don't want any of that. Sorry.
You're like, pass.
And I've actually read the original books that it's based off of. Books are terrible. The books are absolutely. I'm sorry, they're so bad. Even though my main couple I really like do get together in the books and not in the movies. Show, Jesus. I don't even. All my credit just went out the window. I don't even.
And you heard it here first, folks. The 100, the movie, coming soon.
Surprise, everybody. Working on a movie. No.
Everyone who's working on it is just like, fuck!
Fuck, she spoiled it. How'd she know? Who spilled? And meanwhile, I've just been a spy this entire time.
You just have cameras just watching what they're doing.
Just watching the writer's room. Oh, man. I was obsessed with the show for so long. I followed every single person on Twitter. It was ridiculous. And I just, like, after that time jump, I was like, nah, I can't do it anymore. I'll still watch, but they ruined so many characters. So it's a good show is what I'm trying to say. After all of that.
After all of that bashing, she still thinks it's a good show.
I think it is. I think their next season needs to step it up. But
I thought Arrow was a good show at first.
Keyword being thought, as in past tense.
Yep.
Well, what ruined it for you?
I think the point of no return for me was when they gave Oliver a team. And I'm not talking about, like, Diggle and Felicity. I'm talking about, like, even Roy was okay, because that was still part of it was still technically canon. But when they...
what's his... Red Arrow? Is that what he is? What is he?
Roy Arrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Roy Arrow. That's who he is.
Yeah. No.
Roy Arrow. But once they introduced, like, Wild Dog and they introduced Mr. Terrific, they've introduced, like, 3 different black connections. And that ruins it for me. I'm like...
Oh, yeah, like Laurel and her sister and everything.
Yeah, Sarah, Laurel, and then they got a new one in there. And her name was Dinah, which was accurate to the comics. But I don't know. I was just like, nope.
So it was less about Oliver and more about, like, just...
everyone else. Yeah.
I feel that.
I was like, nah, I'm out. But I only keep up now because they do crossovers with all the shows.
Like the Flash and stuff.
And they put Constantine on Legends, and I'm so happy about it.
Who's Constantine?
Oh, no. Oh, nah. So you've read my writings. You know I love, like, basically he's like the characters I try to write. Just kidding. They're all good. So, basically, he's like a warlock.
Doctor Strange.
Basically, yeah. Let's go with that. Actually, no. Because they have their own version of Doctor Strange in DC, but it's not...
It's not him. Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah. This is what Constantine... Pull this picture up. Boom. Let me just... Work with me.
He looks familiar.
His name's Matt Ryan, so...
Okay, yeah, I don't know him.
No?
It's like, oh yeah, that's my cousin, huh?
Yeah, like, he looks familiar. It's just me. It's a picture of me.
It's just like, oh, surprise, I'm on a show.
Surprise, I'm actually famous.
I'd be like, well, I would hope you would have more than one bot viewer if that were the case.
But, like, so he's basically like Harry Potter, but without the wand.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got really excited.
We don't use wands here.
What are you talking about?
It's a wand-free zone.
I would beg to differ, sir.
Alright, we're doing this? Alright, hold on.
Oh, stop. No, that's not the... That's anti-wand. It's not the same. If you couldn't hear me, I was saying that's anti-wand. It's not the same.
No, it's basically the same.
No, it's not.
It's a sci-fi wand. What are you talking about?
It doesn't have the same magic.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
No. Listen, I've seen all the movies. Are you, like, begging to hear? I feel like I've asked you this before, but I don't remember.
You're just lagged out, so I heard like have you, and then movies, and then all of them. So I'm assuming, did you ask me if I watched all the Harry Potter movies?
Yes, and I also said, have you read all the books? I think I've asked you this before, but I can't remember.
I have not on both of them. And she's gone. All right. Oh god, here we go.
Rob, I can't even begin to explain how hurt and disappointed I am. For someone who could watch so much Doctor Who, you think you could watch the Harry Potter movies, or at least read the books, but alas. No, it's fine, I don't care.
Oh, that's
I mean, I do care a lot, but I don't, like, I'm not gonna hate you for it. I want to understand why. Why would you do that to yourself? You know?
I feel like I'm in trouble now.
You're not in trouble. No, you're fine. Just tell me why. Just explain. You know, better be a good explanation.
Well, I am busy all the time. I don't have time to, watch things related to Harry Potter.
That was a terrible explanation.
Fair.
Okay, well, clearly you don't watch it because you're not interested, so let me ask why it hasn't caught your interest.
Because, alright, this is gonna explain it for you all the way.
It'd be very nice to my favorite series of all time.
Growing up, I had a Christian family.
Same.
So I wasn't allowed to, indulge in Harry Potter.
Same.
It's witchcraft and magic and evil.
Same. So, do you know what I did?
You were a bad kid and you did it anyways.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fair enough. I didn't do that because I was too busy watching Star Wars.
It's always Star Wars. They always steal our spotlight.
Hey, George Lucas is a masterpiece. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, but J.K. Rowling is the best novel of all time behind the Bible.
For now.
Oh, actually, no, I'm incorrect. Agatha Christie has sold books. But she's also written over 100. So, 100 compared to 7, I mean, that's still, she's only a little bit behind. So, for J.K. Rowling to write 7 books, I mean, the third behind the Bible. The author of all time. The lady, I had to look this up. I think the lady who wrote 50 Shades of Grey surpassed her.
Oh, God.
And that, makes me lose faith in humanity for the whole world.
Me too.
Hold on, I gotta look this up now. I know Agatha Christie sold more, because I was listening to that the other day. Hold on.
Agatha Christie. I know who she is because of Doctor Who.
You're not helping. Who has sold the most books in history? What is that? I think all of the information I gave you was incorrect. Oh no, this is just by, I looked up the wrong thing. So this is just by how many copies of the book has been sold, which, it's only it's not saying the whole series. So the number 1 book is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, and then The Lord of the Rings, and then The Little Prince, and then Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and then The Hobbit again, or J.R.R. Tolkien again. So let's see, who is the richest author in the world? What? Okay, series, all these things I'm putting in the wrong. What series? Okay, what author has sold the most books in general? Okay, I want numbers. So the first one that comes up is J.K. Rowling, but I don't think that's right. This looks the most updated. I'm gonna be sad if it... Okay, well, William Shakespeare, but I don't count him.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
No, he's not real. It's fine. Fake news.
Bold of you to assume J.K. Rowling's real.
I know she's real. I've seen videos of her. I've never seen videos of Shakespeare. I've seen Shakespeare in Love, but that doesn't count.
I just had tea with Shakespeare like last week, so
Is this a Doctor Who joke?
I mean, could be. Probably.
Okay, and then Agatha Christie.
Also on Doctor Who.
Oh my god. And then somebody named Barbara Cartland, because she has written 723 novels. And
Damn.
she has the Guinness World Records for publishing. Get on her level. I can't even write one.
I was just gonna say that.
She has written 723. Damn.
Mad disrespect.
That's insane. Okay, James Patterson. Not surprised. Danielle Steele, because she writes those like really bad, cheesy romance novels that you see at the dollar store. Dr. Seuss. No, you know what I'm talking about? Like the ones where like you're in Walmart and you're walking by. I have my friends and I, every time we go to Walmart, we always walk by that and just like look at the ridiculous one. Like there was this one about like this Amish girl, but she fell in love with a like knight or something, and I'm like, those aren't even the same time at all, and it's just done.
Oh,
okay,
man.
Stephen King, and there's J.K. Rowling, who wrote 50 Shades of Grey.
I did, just kidding.
And how? Oh, okay. Well, this is a presentation we're about to have. It's a Twilight fan fiction.
You know, I'm just... Even
Do I need to repeat
true,
it?
I'm not even surprised.
No, it's 100% true. It was a Twilight fiction. And then she rewrote it and changed the names so that it wasn't a Twilight fan fiction. There's a lot of books that were fan fictions. There's this, you might have seen the TV show Shadowhunters or seen some things for it.
I've heard about it.
Okay, well, that's based on a book called The Mortal Instruments, and that book was based off of a Harry Potter fan fiction where it was Draco and, like, Harry, and they were, like, lovers or something. It was really fucking weird.
Did you write that one?
Yes, don't expose me. I am a 40-year-old woman.
You can't tell because you keep dyeing your hair.
Yeah, you can't tell. I'm hiding my gray root. What I'm doing. And there's this one other book that's called After. That's absolutely horrendous. I haven't read it, but I know it's terrible. And that's based on, and it just became published, and it's becoming a movie. Like, the trailer just came out, and it's like a really bad teen version of 50 Shades of Grey, and that was based on a One Direction fan fiction. Like,
oh my
it's
God.
insane. There's so many. And they're becoming, like, actual books, and I'm like, geez, I should just write fan fiction and then just change it.
I mean, that's all you do anyways.
Stop exposing me, Rob. Stop it. The last, like, 10,000 words I wrote was for a fan fiction, and I hate for it. Got 4 comments, though.
Wait, where do you put your stuff?
I'm afraid to tell you, because I'm gonna try to go find it. No, I use an archive of... Shut up! I can't speak! An archive of our own, aka AO3, and also fanfiction.net, because that's what I used in middle school. So I still have that account, which you will never find.
Both of you to assume I'm not gonna hire someone to find it.
A private investigator to find my fiction.
He's actually standing off screen over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's already looking for it, and he just found it.
Oh, really? What's it about?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Oh, you know, it's not a secret. I wrote it.
I can't tell the robot's watching.
The robot. Oh, sorry, bot. Cover your ears, okay? Oh, there's 2 people watching now.
Yeah, don't get too excited. I'm the other one.
Oh my gosh! We have fans, Rob. It's your son.
I know. I'm my own biggest fan.
I mean, that's how it should be. You gotta believe in what else. Feel? You feel me? I could just like start spitting bars right now.
Spitting bars.
I'm at the recording studio, just spitting bars.
Spitting them novel bars.
Yeah. No, I've written unsurprisingly, the last thing I wrote was the 100 fan fiction, but they were in a zombie apocalypse. My 2 favorite things.
So you wrote The Walking Dead.
No, not The Walking Dead.
Yes,
although,
The Walking Dead.
No. See, I didn't get into The Walking Dead until like maybe 2 years ago. And I really wanted to get into it because as I wrote in our Google Docs, I could just scream about zombies for like hours. So
yeah,
I love like
zombies. That seems like your show.
Well, you'd think. But I tried to watch the first episode and I couldn't get into it. Like I tried to watch the first episode like years ago and I couldn't get into it because we got thrown into, like, looking back on it now, I realize it for the genius it is and for like the different type of idea it is, where having the zombie apocalypse like have started and then him just get thrown into the world viewer are getting thrown into.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't like emotionally attach to it at the time because I was like, there's too much going on and like I want to see it evolve, which is why I liked Fear the Walking Dead a little bit better. We saw it like happen. And that, like, I don't know, I just think it's really interesting to see it unfold, because I feel like that's more relatable. Well, it's more relatable because, you know, everybody thinks, you know, hey, if a zombie apocalypse happens, I wonder how would I react and blah blah blah, like how would it go down. So like to see it is kind of our worst fears being portrayed on screen, and I think that's more attention grabbing. But I respect the way they did it in The Walking Dead, and once I got into it, you know. So there's that. But I'll save zombies for a different time.
I'm surprised you haven't like wrote a like novel based around zombies yet, because you love them so much. Oh wait, okay. Here it comes. I wrote a fan fiction about zombies.
I have, but I've also read. Okay, when you say you love them so much, are you referencing to my multiple tweets about my Harry Potter fanfic that I really? Because I tweet about that all the time. It's literally like 200,000 words, and it's been going on since like 2012, and it's so good. It's like all Harry Potter characters in a zombie apocalypse, and it's insane. Anyway, that's not what I've written. I wish I wrote that. I tried to write a zombie apocalypse book back in like 2015 or something, and I still have. It was going to be like zombie apocalypse / World War III. And I still have so many ideas for it and everything, but I just couldn't outline it very well, and I couldn't really relate to the characters very well. And like the idea is still there, but I feel like once I get more practice actually writing and finishing a book where I have more connection to the characters and to the plot, like the one I'm working on right now, then I'll be able to like expand more, because that's a lot of world building.
Oh, you mean the one you haven't touched in like 10,000 words?
Shut up. Stop exposing. Just because I'm having writer's block to attach to the story, and because it's taking place in like this world, like in this reality, it's a lot easier to write because I don't have to worry about building. I just really have to worry about the characters. So it's less work for me. Good practice for writing. Love the story I'm telling. Then I can move on to, you know, the crazy zombie apocalypse gore fest that I will write in the future.
There you go. I actually wrote a book about zombie apocalypse.
I think
when I was in high school.
Oh, high school. Tell me more.
It's gross and I don't like it. It was like, I say book. It was more like short story because it was only like 20,000 words.
Hey, that's still a good amount.
And there was like 2 of us, so it was
a co-author, you mean?
Yeah, we just like so we used to have this weight class. It was where that's pretty self-explanatory. You spend an hour just lifting weights while a 35-year-old dude stares at you, and we would just talk about the ideas. And they were like, "Hey, Google Docs is a thing. Let's put it on paper."
Google Docs.
And because I'm one of those guys who, like, when I see something in a TV show or read it in a book, I'm like, I'm gonna add that to my character.
I feel that.
So like, why is that so loud? Oh my god. Hold on. Get the fuck away from me. So like, at the time, I read the Percy Jackson series.
Oh! I've written fan fiction about them too, I will not.
So like, in the beginning, I added like the water power, where you touch the water and it heals your wounds. So I added that, and then throughout the rest of the fucking book, I didn't touch it ever again.
So just one thing.
Yeah, so
it was never
like,
brought up again.
Yep. And it was at the very beginning.
I'm sure that would have been useful in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, just go live in the fucking water, like, boom,
for real.
Done.
Don't have to bother about anything. Well, here's a question: did the water powers heal? Like, if he got bitten by a zombie, did he heal that? Like, would he get infected?
I don't know, probably.
Catch-all?
I mean, I was God, so yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah, he had that plot armor.
See, that's why I like fan fiction, because you have these characters that you really, really love, but if something... I just realized I think I'm shouting, and like, I'm pretty sure my sweet mates can hear me shouting about fan fiction, but it's fine.
It's fine. They're like, that's just her.
Oh, that's just her. She's just going off. But it's funny because it sounds like I'm talking to myself.
Damn millennials are recording their podcast.
God, what was I? Oh yeah, fan fiction. You have these characters that you really like, and like if you don't like how their story went in canon, you can change it. Like Draco Malfoy, my absolute son. He's my son. He is my baby boy. He's my child. I love him so much, and he deserves so much better. So, I've written about him a fair amount.
A little bit. I wrote a story or two.
That's fine.
Cut to world record of 725 stories.
But instead of real books, it's just all about Draco Malfoy. That's the kind of record I want.
100,000 words, 700 books, just about Draco Malfoy.
Just about Draco Malfoy. Like each book, each 1,000 words is just a different day in the life of Draco. For 723 of them. Can you imagine? Oh my god.
I feel like you would be like Tim Burton of writing, and they'd be like, you can write about other stuff. And you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Is that allowed? Are you serious? What?
Write about other things. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah,
only Draco Malfoy.
Nope. So do you not read books then, if they're not about Draco Malfoy?
Well, probably not. It's not going to catch my interest. No, I like books that have... This is a podcast about aliens in sci-fi. I need to get off of fan fiction. I am so sorry.
Actually, the title clearly states... I gotta look at the title really. Aliens and Media. What are books? Books are a form of media.
Yeah, but I'm talking about zombies and fan fiction. I'm not talking about aliens. Well... Hey, wait, there's an interesting question.
Alien zombies?
Yeah. Or do zombies count as aliens?
I don't know.
What if there were alien zombies? Like, what if those were the aliens and they came down and they were just actually zombies? I thought we were in apocalypse. The whole thing was actually an alien apocalypse.
I mean, that's a topic.
That's an idea. That's a plot.
But, I don't know. Like, if zombies are aliens, going back to that, like, if you get a cold, you don't just automatically become an alien. And in most medias, The only way you become a zombie is if you get a virus.
If you get a cold.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like,
So every time
I can't come to work today. I have the zombie virus.
I'm
Again.
sick. Good.
Third
Yeah,
time this
that's
month.
true. I see what you mean about that. But alien zombies, that could be cool. I don't know how you do it.
I'll figure it out and write a novel about it.
That's too much work.
Starring Draco Malfoy.
That really would be the epitome of fan fiction for real. Bro, I just realized like how much of the fan fiction I've written, like it's not me being like 50 Shades of Grey and literally just changing the names, but the characters that I like to write for fan fiction definitely influence the characters that I write my actual. But doesn't mean that it's like cookie cutter, same thing.
Oh, I love cookie cutter books because people hate them, so I write them.
Well, I mean, whatever works.
Whatever works. Oh, I'm trying to find my old book. Pretty sure I threw it in the garbage.
Oh, look, we have 3 bots now.
Wait, what? Hello? An actual viewer?
Probably not.
Sir? Brendan,
See?
is that you?
It was all my fan fiction talk. It brought them here.
It brought them.
Mine says 3, even though I don't have my glasses.
Damn bots. You're what's wrong with America. What the fuck is this? Hold on. Hold on, I just looked at my trash on Google Docs. I gotta see what this is.
Oh boy, I have so much of those. I'd be scared to open that up.
What the fuck? Alright, that's weird.
Don't lie, it was your 50 Shades of Grey fan fiction, wasn't it?
You're right. You got me.
Your zombie version of 50 Shades.
Where are you? There you are. Hello. Ah, that's the animation idea. Oh, tricked me.
What? Another notification. Haha. They're still winning.
Trying to find this book because I want to figure out how many words exactly it was.
Are you talking about the one you co-wrote?
Yes. Can't find it though. It was called The Will to Survive.
The Will to Survive?
Yeah.
Is the main character's name Will?
No.
That would've been funny though. Oh, I don't even think about checking my old drive. That'd be scary. Let's do it. I actually have nothing in my trash folder. Don't you hate that though, where like you remember something you wrote like as a kid or something, you just cannot find it for.
Yeah, that actually makes me mad.
Like it happens a lot. Like I don't think this site even exists, but I wrote this whole story about this girl who like time traveled through. And I must have been like in 7th grade or something.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just cannot remember the like I think it was like Poppy or something like that, and I pulled the hell out of it, and I cannot find any website whatsoever that it's like that it's. I just don't know where it is. It might be on my old computer, but I don't know where that is either.
I think I found it.
Yes. You know, I gotta read this.
Just kidding, I didn't find it. I found something else though.
Are you lying to me that you didn't find it?
No, I swear to God I didn't find it.
I literally have not opened up this, jeez, I haven't opened up this, email account forever, and I have, like, over 1,000 emails.
Wow, you're popular.
Well, probably, like, a couple of years. But it's all from, like, Snapchat, fanfiction, NaNoWriMo. Jesus.
I'm upset that I can't find this now.
Oh, I was listening, speaking of zombies, I was listening to this really interesting podcast, because when I go home and when I come back, it's a 5-hour drive. So I was listening, like, I'll listen to stupid podcasts, David Dobrik, or music or things like that. And I was really bored. I was just like, I want to hear like a story. So I just Googled zombies I just searched zombies into that. And there was this podcast that had been around for years, since like 2009. And it was a bunch of different stories that all take place in the zombie apocalypse, maybe like 5 episodes or something. And it was all set, it was like audio theater. So it was basically like you were watching it on the TV, acted out, and they had like sound effects and everything. It was really, really but yeah, I like zombies.
I like zombies.
That is what we can take away from this. What was I doing? I was looking at the Google.
Oh, my friend, she sent me, or I don't think we're friends anymore because we don't really talk, but she sent me this this story she wrote. She was like, hey, can I send you this and you'll read it and let me know what you think? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So she sent me this story. It's about this girl who goes to college at Michigan University, and basically she goes throughout her day. She can't remember it by the end.
Ooh.
But she wakes up, a kid is dead, basically. So basically she goes throughout her whole day, and she wakes up, she can't remember it, and the kid is dead. And essentially, she's the one who killed it, or killed the kid. Basically, I just told you a really basic version, like the most basic version of that story, but
it sounds interesting. Like,
yeah, I had a good read with it.
There's a lot of possibilities. You could really work with that. Okay, so I'm scared, but I just opened up my drive from my really old emails. So let's see what
Oh no.
There's a lot of different folders. One's called beta writing, one's co-writing, one's called RP work, one's called schoolwork, one's called just writing, and one's called Tumblr work.
Oh no. Do not open the Tumblr.
I am opening it as we speak.
Oh no.
All it is my old... I'm gonna stop exposing myself on your podcast.
No, it's great. Keep doing it.
No, it's fine. It's just one. So it was when I had my Tumblr in 2012 or something. It's a list of all the blogs and another list of all the blogs because we were setting up a secret Santa for all of our friends. So it's just a list of blog names. That's good. Crisis avoided.
Crisis avoided.
Let's open beta writing. Last opened May 15th, 2014. Okay, this is called Road Trip Story. I remember this. I didn't even write anything about it. I just wrote a whole playlist. It's just a playlist of a crap ton. It's like 3 pages of song. Before I knew what YouTube was and how to make a playlist on that, I just wrote a list of songs that... So I had this idea. Oh my god. I forgot about this. Oh, that's awesome. I could incorporate this into my actual... That's awesome. Okay, so it's just a story about like these 2 characters and like happened. And they hated each other, and they had to go on a road trip together. And during that road trip, they ended up becoming friends. Very, very simple, but I was very invested in it. And this is all very nostalgic, don't you think?
Yes, very.
Looking at all our stuff.
Cringing at our garbage.
Cringy nostalgia, but... Okay, this one is called Besties. Ooh, I don't like that.
You're like, eee.
Oh, I didn't even write this. This is my friend who wrote it, and she just shared it with me. Oh, okay, this is a Mortal Instruments Shadowhunters fan fiction that she sent me to beta read. And, I love you, Cammy, but it's not good.
You're like, I love you, but it was garbage.
This one's just called Happily.
What's with your one-word titles?
I thought it was deep, I guess. Oh, I didn't even write this either. This is also Cammy's. What the hell?
Wow.
I started reading it, and I was like, oh, I don't remember writing this, and that's why, because I didn't write it.
You're like, this doesn't sound like me.
I actually liked this one, though. It's about a girl and a guy, and they were, like, really good friends since childhood, and their families would always go to the house together. And then I guess, like, shit happens. I don't know. This one's called the 100 Fic.
Don't do it. Don't open it.
Oh, I already opened it.
You're like, it's too late.
I think this is a very, very, very rough original draft of the story I'm working on right now.
Same names and everything. It's just exactly the same.
Okay, no, I don't think this is. Okay, maybe... No, I think Cammy wrote this too. What the hell? It says last edit was made on January 24th, 2016. Oh, sorry, Cammy. I just exposed her entirety. It's okay. She lives in freaking, like, Iowa or something right now.
You're like, even if they find her, no one's gonna find her.
Well, because we met when I was in I was in 8th grade and I was in 9th grade when I went in Mexico. So we met there. Her family's from Puerto Rico. And then we both moved to the States after that, but she moved to Florida, to Jersey.
You're still exposing her.
Multiple times then. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna watch this who knows her. So it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna laugh. You post this on Twitter, someone watches it, they're like, oh, I know her. They're like, hey, look at this.
Hey, look at that. It's okay, it's fine.
She's gonna, like, message you and be like, stop fucking exposing me.
just edit that part out or something, I don't know. Okay, so I didn't write this either. Great. I mean, it is all in the folder that says beta writing, so I should have, understood that. Okay, what is this? This is called co-writing, and this is called Why Dude.
Why Dude?
Just Why Dude. Okay, can I do a really terrible... It's really short. Can I do a really terrible reading?
Go ahead.
Like you cut off. I don't know what you said.
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
So my friend Olivia, who I was best friends with in high school, wrote this, and it is a Harry Potter fan fiction, but she put us in it.
Oh no.
Okay.
That being said, I love doing that. But oh no.
The cold air stung in her chest and the back of her throat as Olivia sprinted down the cloister. She was running as fast as she could, which was not that fast at all, but she thought it was better than just walking. Darting in and out of groups of people walking around, she apologized to a particularly awkward couple making out by the door, leading inside as she bumped into them. She treaded on her robes and ended up skidding and sliding into the main hall, where the murmur of morning conversation told over a late breakfast was droning on. She stopped running and leaned against a suit of armor to catch her breath before she walked between the Hufflepuff and Gryffindor table. She slugged her bag on the tabletop, right next to a particularly tired-looking first-year drawing a badger in his notebook, and turned to look at her friend behind her. Blay, I have some good news and some bad news. Her friend looked at her through a mouthful of mayo and toast. What do you want to hear first? Good news, I guess, she replied. Good news is your mom sending you a letter. Olivia frowned and tightened her eyebrow when her friend smiled and turned to face her completely. Don't get too excited, though. I saw your owl on the way from the gardens. He's carrying a really pissed off howler. You made the president very mad. I don't know what the fuck that means. So freaking stupid.
10 out of 10.
Okay. I think it was beautiful. I think we need a round of applause for that. You want to know the way I met Olivia? It's really funny.
On a Harry Potter fanfic site?
No, we went to high school together.
Oh, that's even worse.
So we went to high school together, and I had just recently moved. We were both in history class together. And she had her binder, and I was sitting next to her. And on her binder, like in the sleeves, she had a giant picture of Freeman as Bilbo Baggins. I'm 100% serious. And I just look at it and I go, oh, I liked him in Sherlock. And that was it. We were friends.
You became best friends ever since.
We were best friends. It was absolutely ridiculous. And I laugh every day when I think about it. But yeah, that just kind of shows how big of a nerd I was. Sherlock, The Hobbit, all that good stuff.
Yep.
So, aliens.
Is Benedict Pumpernickel an alien?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
he's
for
not.
sure.
He's not from this world. Those cheekbones? Not real. I don't believe it for a second.
I looked at the first copy of mine, and that boy had almost 8,000 words.
Are you talking about the Morningstar one or something else?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one had almost 8,000 words, and I was like, no. And I
Just
restarted.
scrap it all and restart.
Pretty much, yeah.
I feel that on a personal level.
Like, I kind of want to just pick it back up and just be like, let's go. Let's finish it.
I mean, yeah. They're the ideas that you started writing for a reason. You like them.
Yeah,
So-
but, like, I don't know. I don't like the setting it's in.
Well, what different setting would you make it?
Well,
Like, you can adjust it.
the original setting was supposed to be... The original setting was post-apocalyptic. And I didn't really like that. I was like, I could do so much more with pre-apocalyptic. So I was like, fucking, let's restart. How hard can it be? I already have all the ideas written out. Here we are. I'm 20 words deep.
When you say pre-apocalyptic, you mean like pre-apocalyptic leading into the apocalypse, or just
Yeah. Like
Okay.
the plot of the story is that bad things are gonna happen. The main characters are trying to stop it. Clearly, they're not gonna be able to. And then that's gonna transition into the next one.
That's really interesting.
Where it's post-apocalyptic, but
See, I like that. That's like what I was saying before about The Walking Dead. If you experience it, it's more immersive and relatable because you're like, oh shit, I don't want that to happen.
You're like, wait, is that gonna happen?
And I think that's really brave to actually make it happen, because a lot of times you, it's a hero, they're gonna save the day no matter what. But if it actually happens, like, different. No, kudos.
The final line of the book's gonna be like, guys, it's gonna be the main character busting through some doors. He's gonna be like, guys, I fucked up.
So something happened.
So something happened. They're gonna turn to the TV, and it's gonna be like, someone launched a nuke.
Over. Someone launched a nuke.
And they all look at the main character. They're like, dude, what the fuck?
You weren't kidding. Oh, here's another one. Sorry, I'm still looking. It says Big PGO fanfic, aka Percy Jackson champions. And the only words I have on this paper, it says Big PGO fanfic, and the only words I have was, it was the end of the world and Katie was pissed. That's all I have.
That's it?
I mean, that's a badass opening line, though. I want to know what happened.
You're like, I need more.
Past self, why didn't you write this? Okay, this says karma.
What about karma?
It just says karma. That's just the title. It just says karma. Oh.
10 out of 10.
So the opening, I feel like I have interesting opening lines, because the opening line for this was, her first thought was, fuck, dead.
Fuck, dead.
Just like, oh, dead. I can start things, I just can't finish them. Okay, it says,
I'm
her
the
first
opposite.
thought is you can't start things, but once you start, you get rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I wish that was my problem.
Like, I'm already working on the, like, I already know how my book's gonna go. Like, I just gotta get the intro out of the way, and then it's over.
See, I'm the exact opposite. I have the beginning, I have the end. The middle is just... the middle is just this. I don't know what... This is all. But I, know what I want to do. But that doesn't mean anything if I can't finish the actual first.
You're never gonna be able to finish, because you're always on that damn fanfiction.
Stop exposing me. It's good practice. Okay, this one says some stupid zombie AU losers. These titles are cracking me up. I think this was the 100 zombie AU. Yeah, no, this is definitely the 100 zombie. 100%. Oh yeah, there we are, baby.
You're like, oh, time to turn this into a novel.
It's like, all right, so let's change some names, and then get published. Worked for
Everyone
whatever.
else.
Yeah, everyone else. So this one says the beginning of the end, written July 27th, 2013.
Wow, it's old. It's time to put it down.
All it is are names of Harry Potter characters. That's it.
Put them down. Kill them.
Oh, I have one sentence. It was never supposed to end up this way. They never imagined themselves as fugitives, outlaws, hiding away from the ministry. That's it. Which could mean so many.
See, that sounds like a pretty promising start.
Yeah, but it's fan fiction. This one is a... Ah! Remember when I said I wanted to do the Amazing Race?
Yeah.
So, I planned out the 100 Amazing...
Oh no.
I have it all planned out of where they need to go and their different teams and everything.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Okay, wait.
You're like, okay, wait, but...
You said you saw the first season, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the character? Vaguely?
Vaguely.
Okay. Well, so I just have bullet points for what I wanted to write, but I didn't write anything. So it says, Clark and Octavia are friends. And Clark and Bellamy always argue whenever they're around each other. Clark signed her and Finn up for the Amazing Race after Octavia signed her and Lincoln up. Little did she know that Finn was already signed up for Raven. She finds out the whole Raven thing because everyone's like casted a year in advance or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she really wanted to travel the world, but like it's gonna drop out. I'm reading this word for word because really wanted to travel the world and like $1 million, but like it's going to drop out because shit, no Finn, not cool, man. She and Raven end up like talking it out or whatever. They come off both their teams. Raven ends up bringing Wick on. Clark's still trying to find someone, and the people are contacting her like finalization, and she's like, shit, I can't lose this chance. So Octavia works her magic and makes Bellamy her partner, and Clark's too desperate to care, and Finn is a dick, so he joins Murphy's team, but they don't know that till the day before the race, and they're like, shit, Finn, really, now is not the time. That's perfect. I think I should publish it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's perfect.
Wrap it up. Get your cover page ready. It's done.
I was so eloquent. Wow. This was a bad idea to look at all my old stuff. Now I want to write it.
No, it's great content. Okay. We're exposing you. That's it. That's gonna be the title. Just exposing Lay.
Just the whole time.
Just 2 hours of exposing her.
It's like sci-fi, media, and why we can never finish our...
Oh, that's simple, because we're terrible writers. That's it.
No, we're not terrible. We just... suck.
What?
I said we're not terrible. We just suck.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, I'm always like, all right, I'm gonna put on a TV show. I'm gonna open up the document on my phone, and then I take some of these. I don't know if you can fucking see that.
Sorry, hold on. Say it again. Oh, melatonin. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I take some of that, and then I'm like, all right, give me like 10 minutes, now I'm gonna start writing. Then I always die.
I put melatonin in my tea if I really need to go to sleep, because I have, like, if I don't do something, like if I don't go to sleep really early, or if I don't take that to go to sleep, I will be up until 5 in the morning. It's ridiculous.
Me too.
No, I'm not even kidding. It's just ridiculous. And I hate it.
Then you get 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah. The other day, I was reading a book, because usually that relaxes me, and I was reading it on my phone, and I even put, like, the night vision version, whatever it is. Like, the night mode on. They won. Okay. The night vision on. And I thought that would help because I usually relax. But I was so engrossed in this book that I had read 2 times before that I stayed up until 6 in the morning to finish it.
That sounds like something I would do.
It's a really good book. I'm going to tell you about it. Are you ready? Okay. So it's called The Foxhole Court, aka All for the Game series.
Mm-hmm.
It is about this kid. His name is Neil, and he is scouted for an XC team in college. And XC is a made-up sport that I wish was real, because then I would actually play it. But it's like a cross of lacrosse and hockey, and it sounds really, really interesting. So he gets recruited for it, and so he gets to play at this college, and this college is like the sports teams, like all the people sports team, all the kids, and it's a co-ed sport. So there's girls and guys, which is really cool.
I feel like that wouldn't end well, but all right, continue.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't end well at all. It's great. And all the kids on this team, the coach who recruited them, recruits them to kind of like help them figure out their lives, because they're like, you know, like sometimes they're addicts, or sometimes they've just really bad home lives or things like that. So they're all promising athletes who needed like a second shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a found family book, but there's a lot of drama. There's like gangs involved. It's
I love gangs.
I love gangs. Yeah, man. It's just crazy. It's not what you would expect at all. So it's like a sports book. It's not really a sports book. It's just really, really written really well. Very poetically written, but not in like a flower way. That makes sense. Yeah, I like The Foxhole Court. If anybody didn't get that, I repeat, The Foxhole Court by Nora Savick. Because her last.
Oh, we're just plugging authors?
Yeah.
Alright, check out RPLeaym coming soon.
Is that how you're gonna use it?
Yeah, that's gonna be
RP?
my author name. It's gonna be like R.L. Stein, except better.
Whoa there, buddy. Whoa. Careful. I still don't know what I'm gonna use, which I should probably figure out.
Nah, it's good. Your book's not going anywhere. Clearly.
Fuck you. I know that. You don't have to say it out loud.
No, I'm just making sure you know.
Trust me, I know. It's been
Like,
staring at me on my calendar 2 weeks to write, and I just haven't.
You just look at your calendar every day, you're like, shut up!
It's like, stop telling me what to do!
You're like, now I'm not gonna do it.
Pretty much. But it's like I have so many ideas, so I want to write a lot, but it's hard.
I just get too distracted.
That too, yeah.
By,
like once I'm like, when I'm in the zone, I'll write 10,000 words in like 2 hours, even if it's for a fan fiction. But
yeah.
It just sometimes it hits you, and most of the time it doesn't. Do you have any other questions that you want to talk about that's on our that we were supposed to be talking about?
Wait, did we already talk about everything?
I feel like we might have, but I accidentally clicked Let me see. Aliens. Let's get Area 51 on their asses. Sci-fi shows, different perspectives, Doctor Who and the 100. Oh, yeah, so when I wrote that question, I was thinking, like, Doctor Who is more like fantasy, even though it's sci-fi, and, like, the 100's more like, even though it's not realistic, it's more, like, science-based. So,
I mean,
I thought that
technically,
was...
Doctor Who is science-based.
No, you know what I mean. Like, there's not that stuff. Like, there's not the TARDIS, there's not the aliens, that stuff. Like, it's just different. Although they're both good, and they're both considered sci-fi. Some people might like one and not like the other. You know what I mean?
You're right. I love Doctor Who, but I just can't stand the 100.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. You're hating on my show. I can't deal with that.
It's what I do.
No.
Don't you know the only reason I have a co-host is just so I can roast them for 2 hours?
I mean...
Which is probably why people keep denying me, but...
It's okay. I have thick skin, and I'm very self-deprecating as it is.
I don't know. Let's see what other ideas we had. What franchise deserves better?
The 100.
Not the 100.
Uh...
The Percy Jackson series.
Oh, hell yes. Oh my god. Yes, so I am going to be able to see the musical. I finalized it. I'm going to be able to see it June 1st. And I'm so excited.
I'm jealous.
I'm taking my little brother, and we're gonna... It's like 5 hours away from where we're gonna be, but we're gonna drive and make a weekend out of it. And I am so pumped. Like, so pumped. Yeah. And I wouldn't ever think when I first got into this series, like, oh, there's gonna be a musical, and it's gonna be good. But there is, and it is. But I think it would make a really good, like, Netflix series show where they do it. Yeah, but they actually do it right, where they start out as kids. Like, kind of like Stranger Things vibe, you know?
Starring me?
Yeah, you'd be the perfect
like
12-year-old Percy Jackson.
I mean, look at me. I look like I'm 12.
Just your face and all the promotion starring everywhere.
They're like, how old is that kid?
It's okay. Shh. He can pass. I mean, that's what they were trying to do with Logan Lerman. I think he was a great Percy. He was a teenager, and they should have... You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta catch up on the books, but...
What does that mean?
Like, I only read the first series. I didn't get into...
Oh, that's fine. I've read all the series, but the first series is... Like, it's the OG.
Yeah, like, I read up to the 5th book, and then after that, I was like, do I really want to get back into this? Actually, that's a lie. I read, like, the first 2 in the series, in the next series.
But they're not super memorable. Not the same. It's just not the same. Like, it's good, but it's not the same.
I feel like he was trying to go into the direction that I keep trying to go into, where he's like, alright, here's the characters you love, but here's these new characters.
Yeah.
And you're like, no. We don't want the new characters. Get them out of here.
We just want our babies.
Get them the fuck out of here.
Just kick it out. Just punt.
Actually, that's what my second book's probably going to be about.
Introducing more characters?
No. Well, yes. No, it's just going to be the same fucking characters. I mean, technically, yes, but it's going to be about... So the first book's going to be about Christian gods and demons and angels and...
So supernatural.
Yeah, so basically a season of Supernatural. That's going to be my book. And then the second one is basically just going to be a Percy Jackson book with Greek gods. if I can pull it off.
I think you could pull. I think that'd be really interesting. Because that's kind of I know you said you haven't read like any of have you?
Any of what?
Of the other Rick Riordan series?
I touched upon, I don't remember what it was called, but like the ones with the Egyptians.
The Kang Chronicles.
Yeah, I touched upon those. They weren't really my cup of tea.
So he has that one. He has the Percy Jackson, obviously, with the Greek gods. He has the Egyptian gods. And then he has another one, Magnus Chase, about the Norse gods. And how he writes them is that all the gods are in the same universe, basically. Ooh. So, like, they all exist. But there's just, I guess, like, different factions, kind of. Like, they all have their own... I guess depending on what you believe in, that's what's going to be real. Like they all exist no matter what you believe in.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be what's like real to you. Like Magnus Chase is Annabeth Chase's cousin.
What?
Yeah, I haven't read the series yet. I have 2 of the books, but I haven't read them because I'm shit.
Can we confirm if Annabeth makes like a guest appearance?
She does within like the first 10 pages. Like I remember trying to. And she's looking. Yeah, so it's is that, I guess what I'm trying to say is that kind of like what the universe when you say you're going to have the one book of that and the second book of that, like,
oh, they're gonna be the same fucking series. Yeah, like they're all gonna be connected because the end of the first book and the beginning of the second book, it's gonna be like 5 minutes apart from each other.
Jeez. Okay. So like the Incredibles 1 and the Incredibles.
Basically, yeah. So like as soon as the first one finishes, the second one's gonna pick up right after. It's gonna be like the Greek gods could be like, "Hey, come join us," and then
surprise.
Christian gods could be like, "That's it. This is war."
Oh my
and
gosh.
They're gonna like fight. They're gonna make me choose. You know. I'm still working out the second. I'm still trying to figure out how to.
I mean, that'll make it easier to write, like, going right into it, you know?
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
It's gonna be pretty good. Nobody steal my idea. Actually, I'll probably cut that one out of the podcast.
I've been taking notes this entire time. I'm just...
No! You're like, I'm not actually lazy. I've just been waiting.
I've just been waiting for someone else's idea, not my own.
Uh-oh.
I mean, people do that. It's crazy.
Fucking moochers just stealing ideas.
Be original. Write your own 10 words.
Be original as we steal ideas from other creators.
As we write I write fan fiction.
Oh no, I do it. I just don't tell people I do it.
Time to expose yourself, Rob. What do you write?
Nope.
Time to expose yourself, Rob. What do you write? I'm gonna guess.
No.
Okay, I'm 100% correct.
Wait,
I'm
what?
100%. Doctor Who?
No. I don't have the attention span to write Doctor Who fan fiction.
Is it Arrow? Any of that kind of stuff?
No.
DC? No. Supernatural?
Damn it, how did you know?
I knew. There was only a handful, I guess.
Well, like, that's basically what my book is anyways.
Yeah, but that's not, like, just too supernatural. Like, that concept.
I try. But...
It's literally the Bible, so you're writing Bible fan fiction.
Oh, thanks. Isn't that, like, every book, though?
True.
To be fair, you can't really steal ideas, because every book is written with 26 letters.
Absolutely. I don't believe in that either. I know that there, you can definitely write things that are way too similar. Yeah. But when I was listening to this writer's podcast today, and they're saying, when you're writing, just keep writing. Don't stop if you're like, it's just similar to something else. Odds are, yeah, it's going to be very similar to something else you've read because that's inspiration you're trying to find. Yeah. Because there are so many things. But that's what editing and changing things out and fixing are after. Just like keep writing. You can't fix that at the beginning,
Yeah, you're right. That's why when people are like, "Oh, they stole my idea," well, guess what? You stole someone else's idea.
Exactly.
Like, don't bullshit me.
Ooh.
What?
I have 3 paragraphs of a story, another zombie story that
Of course. Another zombie story. Wait, what's this one about?
wait, I am so confused. I was scrolling through and I saw the Hunger Games and I'm like, hold on. I have to read this to make sense of it. Hang on. I know I didn't write Hunger Games fanfiction. I've never written Hunger Games fanfiction.
Maybe you did it in your sleep.
Jeez. That would be terrifying.
It's so bright. Oh my god.
Maybe I did? What the hell is this? I literally have no whatever the word is for this.
Recollection?
I can't speak, Rob. I'm sorry. I really don't know what this is. It's like it's like a page of one, like a sample paragraph of one character. And then the second page is a sample paragraph of another character, and then the second paragraph is a sample page of third page is another sample paragraph of a third character, but they're all different, like, universes. I'm very confused about what this is. Okay, well, I'm clearly done.
You're just done.
I don't know who I was. I have one more folder to go through.
Is this what you're gonna do? You're just gonna cycle through your
my old stuff. Maybe I'll get some inspo. This is called a stupid English paper, so I think it's just an English paper that I had to write.
Pretty sure that's just an English paper.
It's actually an empty. There's nothing in this doc.
Oh, that's my whole fucking school career.
I didn't even write anything for the stupid English paper.
Yeah, like, fuck it.
That is a mood, if anything. This one is called Hepatitis B doc. So I think it's about hepatitis B.
Joke's on you. It's actually about hepatitis A.
Oh my god.
You played yourself.
Plot twist. Yeah, I don't want to read that. This one's called Terry the Stealing. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Stupid short story I had to write for, I don't even remember what class it was. I think it was probably like creative writing or something. It's about Terry, a T-Rex.
Scary Terry.
Terry the T-Rex. And he's a little kid. And it looks like he went to Brontosaurus's Ben's sweet shop. And he got a sugar bomb deluxe. But it made him really sick because he got addicted to them. I think this was a health class story I had to write about it. And so we had a kid T-Rex get addicted to candy to show the dangers of addiction. Because we're very serious.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
Clearly. There was clip art and everything. Well, that was a terrifying walk through memory. Don't want to do that for another 10 years. So, is there anything else to talk about?
Hold on, one second. I can't take this music seriously.
What is it?
I was playing Cantina music in the background, but I couldn't do it.
Oh my god.
Not that I can think of. but we're gonna have to wipe that whole doc clean because we blew through that.
We did. I told you I talk so much. Oh, okay. Let's keep this last one. I'm gonna separate it because I really think that's really interesting about how media's really interact. Like, have you seen the Netflix Bandersnatch?
No.
You gotta.
Should I watch that
Oh,
tonight?
you have to. Yes, you get to do choices. I will warn you, be addicted and keep playing for like 10 hours. So you should do that.
There can't be that many options where I'm playing for 10 hours.
Not 10 hours, just like 5.
Just 5? Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad.
It's really interesting. It's really cool.
Who's in it? Anyone I would know?
Will Poulter, I think is his name. He's in it. He's have you seen the Narnia movies?
Yes.
Have you seen the third one?
No.
Okay, then never mind. Oh, have you seen The Maze Runner?
Yes.
Okay, he was... I don't remember his name, but he was in The Maze Runner. Like, oh, Gally in The Maze Runner. He was like the annoying one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is pretty much all of them, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Once you see his face, you'll recognize him. And, so watch that, and then we'll talk about it.
Talk about it next week.
Tune in next week. Oh my gosh, I thought... Do you know who James Charles is?
No. I only know one Charles, and his first name isn't... Actually, Charles
James.
is his first name, so... Charles
Okay,
Boyle.
Charles Boyle. No, not Charles Boyle. James Charles is a makeup guru on... I don't know why I asked you as if you know, but he's also the guy... He's like a part of a lot of memes. It's like the "Hi Sisters" meme.
Nope,
it's like,
don't know who that is.
That's how he opens every single video. It's terrifying. He's just like, "Hi sisters, welcome back to my channel." So I thought you should have opened it up like that because I think that'd be really perfect.
I can't wait to clip that.
Stop. No, at least let me do it without my glass. Wait. Hi sisters, welcome back to my channel.
Oh yeah, that's good content.
A+ content right there. Oh, I hate my... Okay, well, on that wonderful high note, I'm gonna leave and try to, gather up the rest of my dignity.
There's none of that left.
No, there's not, but you know what? I'm gonna try. So you watch Bandersnatch. Okay.
Is it part of... What's that fucking show called? Like, is it its own thing?
Black Mirror. No, it's a part of Black Mirror.
Okay.
But I think it is its own thing. Like, its own... When you search it, it's gonna be its own thing. But it's technically a Black Mirror episode. See,
when you mentioned Bandersnatch, I thought you were talking about that Benedict guy. Benedict Bandersnatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Bandersnatch. That's his new name. I think, yeah. No, not him.
Just like, put on Twitter. Guys, on this podcast, we talk about Benedict Bandersnatch.
That's perfect. Oh, you should make a Twitter account.
I have a Twitter account.
No, I know that. I mean, you should make...
What?
You should make a Twitter account for podcast.
Alright, I think I might promote it.
Once you, talk a lot. Have a couple of episodes out, you know?
Hold on. I gotta finish this tweet.
Oh god, what did you say?
No, it'll be great.
I'm really scared.
Guys, we love Benedict Bandersnatch.
Wait.
Oh man, now you're pulling up Twitter, aren't you?
Of course.
Of course, of course.
Oh my god.
On this podcast, we love Benedict Bandersnatch.
Perfect. I also have to retweet it.
Perfect.
Because perfect. We stand, truly.
On this podcast, we stand Benedict Bandersnatch.
Benedict Bandersnatch. So your title should be Aliens, Media,
Benedict Bandersnatch.
Benedict Bandersnatch, and failed book writing. And terrible fan fiction. We just talked. I just can't.
I told you that would happen.
I know, I just have a stream of consciousness. And it's, I'm all over the place. But it's okay, because...
I was like, we're gonna make a list, and then we're not really gonna stick to it.
But we tried. It was an A for effort.
A for effort. B for
Benedict
Bandersnatch.
That should be the title. That should be the whole title.
B for Benedict Bandersnatch. All right.
No, A for effort. B for Benedict. Perfect. It's perfect.
I gotta write that down really quick so I don't forget.
I feel like I'm gonna accidentally. I'm gonna like try to say Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'm just waiting for me to properly say his name right.
Say it.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
There you go. Benedict Cumberbum.
Cumberbum.
That's literally what I used to call it. Like, on purpose.
I don't say his name wrong, though. That's the thing.
Benedict Cucumber.
Benedict Cucumber. It's so simple.
It's perfect. Everyone, we've just been saying it wrong all the time. The batch is silent.
The Bandersnatch is silent.
It's
just Benedict Cucumber.
Benedict Cucumber. Okay, well, on that wonderful note, I'm gonna sign off. Do you have an outro, or is it just nothing?
Go watch Doctor Who.
Go watch the one. No, go watch the.
No.
No. Okay,
No.
Go watch Benedict Bandersnatch. Can we agree on that?
All right, fine. But
go watch it.
Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next week on whatever the fuck this podcast is. I was gonna stream some video games tonight, but she ruined it.
Shut up.
She talked too much. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.